What if the most dangerous thing in your life isn't smoking, but loneliness? Science says the damage may be surprisingly similar.
And millions of Americans don't even realize it's happening.
You may think you're just spending more time alone, working from home, scrolling before bed, skipping plans because you're tired. Your brain may be reading that as something far more serious. A survival threat. A recent report from the U.S. Surgeon General found nearly half of all American adults report experiencing measurable, chronic.
Here's the irony. You've never been more connected. You can text someone in Tokyo in milliseconds, FaceTime a friend across the country,
Rack up thousands of virtual followers, and yet a record-breaking number of Americans go to sleep every night feeling completely, utterly alone.
So why is the richest, most technologically advanced nation on Earth suffering from a psychological famine?
Today, we're not going to give you surface-level advice like just go outside or join a club.
To fix a psychological problem, we must first diagnose its root causes. Loneliness in America isn't a personal, it's a systemic design flaw.
To climb the ladder, rely on no one. This drives economic success, but it obliterates our need for a...
For 200,000 years, we lived in tight-knit clans, where survival depended on your neighbor.
Hyper-individualism turns life into a solo game, and our social circles into a competitive arena instead of a sanctuary.
And the biggest cause of loneliness isn't social media, it's something much more ordinary, and we'll get to that in a minute. Second, suburban infrastructure and car culture. Look at how America is physically built. There are no accidental interactions. You don't casually bump into neighbors at a local market. The infrastructure itself segregates. Before we go any further, when was the last time you had a meaningful conversation that lasted more than 10 minutes? Third, the friendship recession. Over the last 3 decades, the average number of close friends a person has dramatically dropped. In 1990, only 3% of Americans said they had no close friends. Today, that number has skyrocketed to nearly 15%.
Fourth, the digital illusion. Social media gives us the sensation of connection without any of its nourishment.
Now let's look under the hood. What actually happens inside your brain when you stay isolated for too long? When you feel chronically lonely, your amygdala, the brain's threat detector, switches into permanent overdrive.
Your brain treats social isolation as physical danger. It floods your bloodstream with cortisol, the stress hormone.
This constant hypervigilance makes you view social interactions negatively, creating a self-fulfilling feedback loop. You withdraw to feel safe, but the withdrawal convinces your brain that the world outside is even more dangerous.
In the 1970s, psychologist Bruce Alexander conducted a groundbreaking experiment known as the rat park study.
Rats isolated in tiny empty cages chose drug-laced water until they died. But in Rat Park, Space, and Companions,
They almost completely ignored the drugs. Connection wasn't just a comfort, it was protection. Brain scans reveal that social rejection triggers the anterior cingulate cortex, the exact same area that processes physical pain. When you feel lonely, your brain isn't broken. It's sending you a hunger signal, a natural craving for human connection. So how do we break the cycle? Step 1. Lower the barrier of entry. You don't need a lifelong best friend today, you just need micro-interactions. Saying a warm good morning to your barista or making brief eye contact with a neighbor releases small hits of oxytocin. Step 2. Capitalize on third places. These are social spaces outside of your home, like local parks, libraries, or...
Consistency creates familiarity. Sociologists call this the mere exposure effect. We naturally like people we see repeatedly.
Step 3. Embrace shared vulnerability. Real friendship isn't built on perfection. It's built on letting someone see your real...
When you admit you're having a tough week, You give the other person permission to drop their guard too.
Remember, connection is a muscle. If you haven't used it in a while, it will feel sore and uncomfortable at first. That's normal. So here is my challenge for you, starting today. The 7-Day Connection Challenge. Reach out to one person you haven't spoken to in months. No agenda, just a simple text. Hey, was thinking about you today.
You don't have to fix your entire social life overnight. Just break the silence once.
If this video helped you understand yourself a little better, hit the like button and subscribe for more psychological insights. See you next time!